The intern who deleted a billion-dollar merger. I was the invisible intern at Sterling and Associates. My job was basically glorified paper shredding and fetching oat milk lattes for VPs who didn't even know my last name. I was the underdog in a building full of sharks. The shamed moment happened during the firm's biggest week, the merger between a tech giant and a massive pharmaceutical company. I was in the elevator with the CEO, Mr. Sterling, and a group of high-profile investors. I noticed Sterling's fly was down and whispered it to him so he wouldn't be embarrassed in the boardroom. Instead of thanking me, he looked at me like I was a cockroach. "Do not speak to me, latte boy," he barked, loud enough for everyone to hear. "You're here to carry bags, not look at my crotch. If I see you on this floor again, you're fired." The investors laughed. I stood there face burning, holding 4 hot coffees while the doors closed on their smug faces. They shouldn't have insulted the latte boy, because they forgot that I was also the guy who set up the project room for the merger. 2 hours later, Sterling sent me an urgent email, without a subject line, of course, telling me to clean up the digital clutter on the shared drive before the final signing. He assumed I was too stupid to know what I was looking at. I opened the final contracts folder, but as I was cleaning, I found a hidden subdirectory labeled Offshore Adjustments. I'm a tech major, so I did some digging. Sterling wasn't just facilitating a merger. He was orchestrating a massive pump-and-dump scheme. He had altered the pharmaceutical company's liability reports to hide a string of failed drug trials that would have tanked the stock post-merger. He was going to make $50 million in commissions and bail before the company collapsed. I didn't delete the files. That would be too simple. I waited for the closing ceremony in the main ballroom. The CEOs were standing with pens in hand, cameras flashing, ready to sign the billion-dollar deal. Behind them was a massive LED screen meant to show the new company logo. "We are building a future of integrity," Sterling announced into the microphone. I hit the enter key on my laptop from the back of the room. The logo didn't appear. Instead, the screen displayed a side-by-side comparison of the real liability reports versus the falsified ones Sterling had prepared. Then, I played the screen recording of him moving funds into the offshore account, complete with his digital signature. The room went stone cold. The tech CEO dropped his pen like it was made of lead. "What is this?" Sterling screamed, turning to look at the tech booth. "Turn it off." I stepped out from behind the curtain holding a latte. "Sorry, Mr. Sterling. Just cleaning up the digital clutter like you asked. By the way, your fly is still down." The merger collapsed in 45 seconds. The FBI was at the office by sunset. Because I had whistleblower status and had sent the evidence to the SEC before the presentation, I was legally protected. Sterling lost his firm, his license, and his $12 million penthouse. The pharmaceutical company was liquidated, and the investors who laughed in the elevator are currently embroiled in a massive class action lawsuit. People in the comments say I should have just kept the data and blackmailed him for millions. But honestly, watching a billion-dollar lie crumble while I sipped my own coffee was the best bonus I ever got.